All right, we're recording this.
Uh-oh,
Somehow I lost your picture.
shouldn't have messed with it.
Let me see. I'm not leaving meeting. This is supposed to be recorded by the host.
So I think just hit got it,
I just have to hit got it, I guess.
but I'm not sure why it's not
Explore what's
going
possible with
back.
Zoom. Huh. I'm out here for a moment. I see
You
her
hit the back arrow.
at the back. Let me see once here. There we
There we
are.
go.
We're back.
Okay.
Welcome back.
I'm glad you're recording it. That's great.
Yeah.
She stepped out for just a minute. Seeing if anyone else is coming, I think.
How many people get onto Zoom?
Just you right now.
Jim and Jody were supposed to from Quality Rubber and Stamp. They wanted to also go on. I'm going to find out if they did. I'll text them quick. I gave them the same link. So
Does Quality Rubber Stamp make signs too? I think they made a sign for me.
yeah, they do everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that your home, Sheila, or your office?
This is one of the offices.
Okay,
One of the offices there. It's very nice.
very nice.
Well done. I've been there many times, but I don't remember seeing that one.
This is the downstairs office.
Oh, that downstairs one that you were working on. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Make sure you don't want to line. It's just, yes, I think. I'm just gonna open the white one. Yeah, shouldn't. It's okay, let's open
I was contemplating going to red, but I just thought I'd be cold if I drank the whole one. That's why I opened the red.
It's been chilling all day.
The cheese and fruit is delicious.
Yes, thank you. It doesn't have to be
A
there.
bigger lunch, so I thought, well, whatever they have.
I think she's there already.
This is funny.
I'm gonna go. dial them quick and see. Hi, did you having trouble getting on the Zoom? What? Are you downloading it, the new app or something?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was just, if it was flat, I was gonna put my. That's fun. I think. Thank you. I'm just real worried about.
Well, I sent you the link. That's the link there. No, it's that link.
Okay.
Sheila, Jim and Jody are having trouble getting on. That password's not working for them. Maybe they should send one to them or what? How would that work? The link is,
Is a password that you use to log into?
well, no, they uploaded their Zoom, but they used the link that I sent them and somehow they can't get on.
Was
Jim,
it,
you on the phone there, Jim? Okay, here.
Yeah.
Sheila's right there. Go ahead. Tell her what you did.
Hello.
Yeah.
hi
she's-
guys.
Hey, Sheila. Yeah, I just downloaded the link that Dale sent and tried to log on, but it's not letting me. It's
Okay.
asking for it's asking for an ID number or something.
Well, the ID number is down, right down below there. The meeting ID number is just below that one I sent you. It says ID, meeting ID.
Right, and when I enter it, it says enter a valid ID number.
Oh,
Never a dull moment here.
what is your email? Maybe she can send you, they can send you one quick. I don't know.
It's the letter Q, the word stamp.
Well, can I just text you? Is it 414-530-3555?
Repeat that again, Sheila?
Your phone number, is it like, do you receive text messages?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay, at 414-530-3555.
yes.
Okay, maybe if you just click on the thing I sent you, that should work. Thanks for letting me know, Dale.
Yeah, you bet.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
Yeah, are you there, Jim? Stay on and we'll listen because it'll be starting soon.
All right, we haven't heard from Stephanie. We're still waiting for her too. I'll just send her a message and then we'll get started here. Oh, okay, Stephanie can't make it. We're recording it though.
Yeah, that's the good thing about Zoom, I think, is that. I mean, I guess you could record it all, right? Too, if you could do that. Yeah,
Hi, Carrie, welcome. Oh, it's okay, we're just getting started. Someone's having some technical problems.
I have my Bella. I have your Bella. Oh, isn't it terrible if I don't recognize people when I'm not?
Oh my gosh, how many people do you have coming in?
Exactly.
Right? And all the dogs.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you too.
Hey, how are you?
Meeting?
Good. I told Mara she should come, but she was like, I just got to swim.
No,
This is that time of day, that's how everyone is
Right,
saying.
lunch meeting.
Okay, how's he coming?
He hits launch meeting and nothing happens. So he's on to launch meeting.
Okay, well, we're gonna get started here.
Now they're gonna get, I'll tell you what, Jim, I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna put you on video, on phone view, so you guys can watch it from the phone. I'll plug it into my.
That's Dale with the Glendale Chamber.
Nice.
He's got a few people on. Okay, all right, everybody. Want to thank everyone for coming here today. Happy to relaunch the Fireside Chats after a couple years without having them. And good to be back. We have expanded our space 3 times prior to the pandemic, and one time during the pandemic, we tore out this wall. You can see it up there. There's a little
Yeah, I'm gonna
break
hit
in the
FaceTime.
wall, which is a wall that we tore out so that we could have this event space.
Just
So we're
use
happy to
another
be able
phone
to
number
have it
or
again.
email address to call Quality Rubber Stamp.
What we're gonna, Gail, we're just gonna mute you. Okay.
Something's not right.
I said, okay, so I'm gonna call your cell back, okay?
Okay.
Hold on a minute. I'll hang up. Oh,
Oops, now we lost.
Sheila, frequency. My establishment, so I'm going to call them support. And then I wanted to know a little bit more about you.
Is this the?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Great. Courtney with Confluence. Cheryl?
I'm Cheryl Bennett. I'm a real estate agent and
It says that this one doesn't work, try another number.
Great. Okay.
I'm Carrie Palmer. I am the HR leader.
Is it a block or something?
Goes to the North Shore Doggy Daycare. And so I am curious to learn more about what you did with your expansion, your move and your expansion of the facility. And if you watched it all happen.
Okay, hold on, I'm gonna try to do
Julia,
it.
you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Julia. I'm your daughter.
And you were Greg here, right?
Glad to be here. Introduce yourself? Yes.
Isabella, I'm her other daughter. I'm here to maybe take some pictures and help out.
Great. Thanks. And then Ellen, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Ellen Zelinsky. I'm Easy Secretarial Service, also with the Glendale Chamber of Commerce.
Okay, great.
And this is Abby. She's our
Hi,
new
Abby.
puppy.
She brought her dog Abby, you know Abby?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Then he's a week or two with that.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. All
Yeah.
right, okay, so with no further ado, I'd like to invite Diane to come up to our fancy chairs. We bought in March of 2020 from Hudson. We never used them, so really excited to be able to have them here. So Diane is the owner of North Shore Doggy Daycare and North Shore Pet Connection. So welcome, Diane.
Thank you.
So Diane and I first met, actually someone in the audience, Carrie Wilmer, she helped to roll out the business with me, MalamaDoe. So she met Diane first, actually, at our first meeting, right after we had our ribbon cutting with the Glendale Chamber.
I think that's right. Wow. I know I got about that. That's, how long ago was that?
That was 5.5 years ago.
Oh, my gosh, time goes by fast though. Yeah, it was my fast.
So we wanted to hear, yeah, we don't have to use Phil if you don't want. All right, so how did you get started in your own business?
Well, first of all, Sheila, I want to thank you for your support to women entrepreneurs and all the work that you do with your business. And the Fireside Chats, and thank you for having me.
We're so glad that you're here. Thanks.
And I'm just gonna let you guys know I'm great at communicating with animals. I am far from a public speaker, though with people. So I'm probably gonna read some of my answers so I don't forget anything. So I'll make sure and remember to tell you everything. So your question was,
How did you start your business?
well, as a young girl, very young girl, my parents, I loved animals. My parents were very supportive, I'm blessed with that. And they let me own most of the animals that I wanted. Including a duck that used to chase my sisters around. Living in Fox Point, it started as having our own family dog, then went on to many rabbits, chickens, the duck, a rooster, my own dogs, frogs, turtles, and more. My dad was really the one who inspired this love of animal and supported me in having all of these pets. He built my little red barn chicken coop and bunny coop in our backyard. He took me to pick up the chickens and the rooster and the duck, and he okayed them for me in Fox Point. So right after high school, I went to veterinary technician school in Minnesota and became a veterinary nurse. During my time in the clinics, the vets would ask me if I would take home special needs animals to care for them while their owners were out of town. I loved every moment of that for 7 years. And then I did transition into medical sales. And I opened up the market for veterinary medical sales in this particular company. During those 10 years, I worked out of my home and continue to care for special needs pets by doing home visits and caring for them in my own home while the owners were out of town, working solely through veterinarians. In 1997, I finally decided to leave medical sales and start my own business, the North Shore Pet Connection, to pursue my full-time calling to care for special needs animals.
Wow. So is that just a big leap when you opened up North Shore Pet
A
Connection?
big scary leap after being 10 years vested with a medical supply company, having insurance and everything, and just saying, all right, I'm gonna try this on my own. But I was very busy growing this business while doing medical sales. You know, I was 7 days a week, sometimes almost all night taking care of animals, and I don't know how I did it, but I did it for almost 20 years by myself.
So you sold while you had North Shore Pet Connection? You were selling?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Selling, oh, you're still doing the medical sales?
No,
No.
Oh, selling,
so, yeah, selling the medical sales.
Like
I
what
went
was
to,
the
I
stuff
went,
you
I
sold?
graduated, with veterinary nursing in 1981. Did a 6-month internship with this particular clinic and basically stayed there most of the years. I did try holistic and another clinic. working with special needs, and I was busy in those first 7 years, and then I went on to medical sales. So that I could make a little more money, and really, I had this goal to start this business. And I was getting busier and busier, and it was 10 years. But in 1997, I decided to give my business a name, and I called it the North Shore Pet Connection. And then solely started on my own. It was a while before I ever even had an employee. So,
Do you know about how long until you hired your first person?
it was probably, I think it was about really anywhere from approximately 7 years after.
Okay.
Yeah, I moved into a home which was commercial and residential. So the business has been running out of there, but it was a major fixer upper. So I strictly worked myself to make sure I paid for everything. So took care of the animals, did a lot of the work, all the animals were around, and could, make sure and do the work without taking out any calls.
Wow, amazing.
Mhm.
See?
It's okay, a little
Some
spill here in
napkins.
the audience, we're fine. It's a little wet, little water, we got a dog here, you can.
I'm
you
just
can
gonna,
help out. What's the name of your dog?
This is Nessa. Nessa is gonna be
It's a little on
12
the
in
computer, but
December.
it doesn't look like it's in a
Oh,
critical
so
area.
she's been-
Is that enough napkins or you need more?
Who's fun, yeah?
I've been through a lot.
I'm just gonna.
Okay.
Yes.
awesome.
Yes.
Okay, so, you eventually started North Shore Doggy Daycare. So how did that, what's your company name and why did you, pick the name that you picked? I know you started with the Pet Connection.
Right. I started with the Pet Connection. I moved into this residential commercial home in 1995. Gave the North Shore Pet Connection a name in 1997. In 2008, I built a building 2 blocks down the road, designed it myself for a doggy daycare, because doggy daycare was becoming a craze and it wasn't blending with my special needs. And I honestly had 100 dogs on a waiting list all the time.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
So, in 2008, the North Shore Doggy Daycare came about, which is daycare, overnight, grooming, and retail. Light retail, but we carry from and do real well with from foods.
So amazing, yeah, like 100 people wanting to board their dog.
Yes. Yes, so the bad thing about that was I was losing customers because I couldn't even get good customers. So when I was able to kind of separate the whole thing, that really helped out.
Separate with Pet Connection and the Doggy Daycare.
Yes.
So the
Separate
daycare and light retail, and what was the other thing you do?
boarding,
Oh,
grooming.
grooming, okay.
Yes.
Okay,
You just
They're
got your
two
second
wonderful
groomer, right?
groomers. 2 wonderful groomers.
so you never did the grooming yourself, you hired someone?
Yes.
Okay, no, interesting, no.
Yes. You wouldn't want me to groom your dog.
Well, there's only, there are only so many things you can do too, right? I mean, yeah, I mean,
So why, are there some other names you came up with that you were considering?
No, this one came up very quickly. The North Shore Pet Connection came up very quickly. I was actually out of town visiting a friend. And back when the yellow pages were out there, I was sitting in her place and I said, well, I want to, give my business a name, quit this job, give my business a name. And I looked through the yellow pages and I came up with, I think I saw something that had the Pet Connection within its name. And I went, Pet Connection. So that's where I got that from. And I was able to use that name. And then, of course, the North Shore Pet Connection. So then the North Shore Doggy Daycare followed. So, yeah.
So were you involved in an incubator to help you grow your business at all?
I wasn't.
You just had 100 dogs sign up,
Yeah.
everyone on a wait list. You couldn't.
I wasn't, but I wish. North Shore Pet Connection was simply started by me, but I do want to say that throughout the years, there's been one indispensable organization that I belong to that has been there for me every step of the way, that I've always been able to depend on for immediate support and to successfully resolve many difficult business challenges, and they are there. The GCC Glendale Chamber of Commerce North Shore. Under the leadership of the GCC president and CEO, provided me with mentorship, guidance on city issues, HR, and client referrals. Through the GCC, I received quality and trusted painters, computer IT support people, a very gifted bookkeeper, and administrative support. They found our security IT system, and it helped me to save money on my business and health needs as well. During the pandemic, the GCC was the only monthly in-person event where we could go and do it safely. It's a place to connect and feel we could disconnect from certain things. I've been so impressed with the GCC president's experience in business. I asked him and his company to be my business manager. Creating our standards operation manual, resolving employee issues. And together he helped me purchase the adjoining land to build the new campus. And the $1.5 million business loan.
$1.5 million. But she went from not taking out a loan to
So I'm gonna eat dinner. I'm gonna eat dinner here tonight.
We got stuff for you.
But during the pandemic, when one loan provider could not provide the right funding, he brought in a GCC bank member, help put together the amount of paperwork and necessary to qualify for my SBA loan. But special shout out to my accounting bookkeeper and administrator, Ellen Zelinsky.
She's here, Ellen. Thank
Hey.
you for all your help. This is and Dale. There you are with the Glendale Chamber.
I've got Jim, I have Jim on the phone.
Hands on fire
Yeah.
on the TV instead of the Zoom.
This was a 9-month process,
What was the 9-month process? Getting the loan?
getting the SBA approved.
Wow.
So it's through the SBA.
Yeah,
Wow.
but frankly, I've said this at the GCC breakfast clubs, I would not have been able to accomplish this without Dale Schmidt and Ellen's continual support and assistance, all made available through the GCC membership association. So they are just a huge support system in every area. Of course, I was going to be breaking ground April of 2020, and I had a conventional loan through my bank. And we struggled like everyone else, but I was able to stay open and stay just above water. And I had for many years saved a emergency fund. So with what I got from, now I forgot what it's called, the funding that they gave us, the
PPP loans.
PPP, hope I
Yeah.
forget that.
The grant.
So
or
that was
loan.
really a drop in the bucket. But with that and what I had saved for emergency funds, I was able to keep my staff.
Nice.
Isn't that amazing?
Very nice.
It pretty much ran me dry, but I still have my staff.
That's fantastic.
So I did basically start over. And of course, they wouldn't grant me the loan again. They wanted me to work 2 years and make sure that my business was going to come back. Well, I'm a little bit older and I don't really have that much time. And before I decide to leave or I can't do this anymore, I wanted to fulfill my dream. And that was having a campus, all stages of your pet's life care. That's what I've always wanted to do. And I've been doing it in 2 separate places, but people don't really get it. They don't understand. And when I opened Doggy Daycare, that is the time that everybody thought that's all there is. There's daycare. Daycare is on every corner, daycare everywhere. So daycares were getting these, which was sad, these special needs dogs or dogs that just don't want to go into daycare.
building this campus where we can follow them from beginning of life to, end of life. We go to, hospice, we go beginning of life to hospice, all stages like a human does. We're going to be together in one building now to let your dog kind of stay in one place, same staff, and go through all of those changes comfortably.
That is just so amazing. It's so kind. Don't you think?
Mhm. I didn't know they had hospice for.
Oh, yes.
She even has a registered nurse.
Palliative care, do a lot of palliative care. So our special needs are anything from puppies that aren't neutered or spayed yet and can't go to daycares, so they have to be monitored closely, to special diets that they might have if they have any type of knee injuries, muscular injuries. And we go on to adolescents that might have the same things, but also epilepsy, diabetics. We have young ones that are on carts because they're paralyzed. Older ones that cannot move around as well. To some that just, you can't get them to keep them eating. So I have a nursing staff. Everyone has a medical background as well at both facilities, but they are higher skilled at the Pet Connection for this type of care.
It's great. So is that one of the best benefits to having your business?
Biggest benefit of having my business.
It's just that you
is
can
the
run it the way you want, or?
I think it's, running it the way I want is pretty easy. It
Really?
just falls into place. Yeah. I get a lot
So
of,
you're the only decision maker, really, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I work very closely with my staff. I always get their opinion because I learn a lot from them too. And I've been doing this for 42 years. I learn something every day. And I learn a lot from them. So I always include them in on most things. But really, biggest benefits to my business is just the rewarding feeling. It's just the rewarding feeling, I receive by helping the animals, being able to work with the pet owners and my employees. And they feel the same way that I do.
You have an excellent staff.
Thank
You
you.
have an excellent staff, and I noticed, especially because I'm in HR, that you had, I think only one person actually during the last 2 years that I've been there has moved on. I think she physically moved. She said, I don't want to leave. And you've had the same staff the whole time I've been there.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yes, thank you. I think so.
Bella loves Michelle.
Oh,
Especially in these times where.
Yes.
people,
Yeah, that's
you know,
like
people are-
amazing.
You don't have that loyalty
So
anymore
right.
usually.
They're very loyal to you,
Yeah.
to your pets and everybody.
they've been through a lot with me, with me for a long time.
Yeah.
A lot.
And you kept them through the pandemic. You
Right,
kept their jobs
right.
and
Well,
you
and
did-
you were loyal to them. So,
Right.
right, yeah.
They're worth it.
Isn't that great? Don't we need
They're
more
really such a
managers like
great
that?
story. It
Yeah.
really is. Yeah. Kudos to you.
What would you say is the biggest struggle you've had running your business?
I'm not gonna lie, I've had many. I've had many, so many. Many of them have been financial worries. I went into a business partnership with a friend when I opened North Shore Doggy Daycare, and that did not end up working out. That was a huge blow to the business and was a financial burden as well. The COVID pandemic also caused major struggles for the business, as many people were home, not traveling, losing jobs, and no longer needed or wanted pet care for quite some time. But I saw a lot of this. We were the support for so many essentials who had to go to work. So we took care of their pets. It was needed. It was needed. This was especially difficult as I was intent on retaining my employees and financially securing the business, all while providing the best care and comfort for the animals we did have. Another major struggle I faced, both personally and professionally, was taking care of my fiance with cancer and ultimately losing him in
Oh.
2014.
I'm sorry.
He had become my new business partner with me and was my jack of all trades. So the emotional struggle of caring for him and the business was also a financial one, as I now had to hire a lot of help to keep the businesses going. That was a period of many years of struggle, and I'm so grateful to my wonderful employees and customers that stayed with me during that difficult time. So, you know, that was, they all loved him so much, and he loved his staff as well. So that was a big part of, you know, just how much I appreciate them, and, you know, they hung in there with me. So we've got this bond. We went through this journey together, and we've got this bond. So,
That's just life, you know?
yeah.
You go through it and, you know, you treat people well, and they stick with you, but they live your experience.
Right.
You. I'm
Right.
sorry. So did you have to, fire anybody? It says you're supposed to hire fast. It's been said you're supposed to hire fast and, or what is it here? Fire fast and hire slow. Did you do that, or how was it hiring people? Did you have some poor hiring choices?
Well, I do believe in hiring slow and firing fast. I didn't do that though for many years. It's something that I had to learn how to do over time. You know, I've had no business education. But I do have to pat myself on the back that, I think I've done a pretty good job, but I had a lot of learning experience as well. Other than my former partner, I'm still in touch with many people who have given me advice or helped me start the business along the way. I have several employees who have been with me for over 10 years. So,
Yeah, we hear that a lot. A lot of people who tour say, I never studied business. I don't know what I'm doing. And I think it's a lot of just kind of figuring it out. Wouldn't you guys agree?
and not trying to do things that you don't know yourself. That will cost you more money. You do have to bite the bullet. You've got to ask the experts. You've got to get help from the experts. And I did that, and you know, it costs you money, but it will pay off in the long run if you get the experts to help you with those things. You know, I'm good with the animals, but not with the other stuff.
Yeah, focus on your
Yes.
strengths and your.
Yes,
Right.
yes, absolutely. But, yeah. Hiring isn't fun, especially these last few years.
It's a very different market.
Mm-hmm.
And even
Very different.
everything, our social media, everything, yeah.
It's really, really upsetting. It's disappointing, you know, and trying to find help.
So you need help, right? You need.
I'm good now. My niece just moved here from Florida, who has helped run my sister and brother-in-law's business for years. Very smart girl, has always worked with me when she's come to visit. And they sold their business, and she was like, all right, you guys don't need me. I want to go do what I want to do. All right, so she's training to be the assistant manager at the Pet Connection. She's an EMT and nursing background. And like I said, very knowledgeable with animals. So that skill has been very hard to find.
Knowledgeable with animals?
Management.
Oh, management?
Management, very hard to find. Can't find anyone with that. I've looked for, since we started picking up after COVID, I'm like, all right, now we're getting busier. I need some more help. We're gonna open this building. I gotta get people trained because I need more staff when we open the building, the way we're set up. I need more staff. So, but we're doing good right now. We're doing good. Yeah.
So the first funding you asked for was this $1.5 million with the Glendale Chamber.
Yes. Yes.
Wow, go big or go home, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Is the building done?
Looks
like it's almost done.
So we were 3 months behind, and then we were, now we're a month behind because it was supposed to be October. And now they said November.
It looks pretty close.
Oh my gosh, it's going fast right now, and my head's spinning.
Yeah, I
exciting.
really twisted her arm to have her be our speaker.
Where's the building?
So it's in Glendale. It's across the street from Johnson Controls on Florist and Green Bay.
Okay.
Right.
And you're in part of the lot already?
So the front part of the building is the North Shore Doggy Daycare. The whole new back section, which they just added on to the daycare. So we have one straight hallway to each other.
Okay.
That's what's in the works right now. So. We're getting there. I hope we get in before the snow flies.
I was just, when you said November, I said you'd be able to get in before the snowfall. I almost said that, but I didn't want to jinx it.
Yeah, and then I have to work on selling my house, so.
Selling your house? Okay.
Selling the current facility and my home.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, really?
All at the same time. Yes, it's always been very important to me to live with special needs for someone to be there. And it has to a number of my clients at that facility. I have cameras on all of the animals. We have alarm and fire systems at the doggy daycare as well, but some people just, they don't, we're gone for about 8 to 10 hours total. Some people they're uncomfortable with that. Most are fine because I do have all of this going on. I look at them all the time, but now I'll be in that building. So, yeah,
Will you be living in the building?
yes.
Wow, you are amazing. That's why you have 100 people on a wait list and staff that just is really loyal.
Well, the city of Glendale, of course, that's not something that they do in a commercial property.
Oh, to allow you to live in?
Right, but they granted this so that I could keep, because I said I wouldn't have business. I can't even do this if you don't let somebody stay there. So we've got a security quarters upstairs, and that's where I will be.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And just that you figured that you got that worked out. Did Dale help you with the chamber on that or?
All a part of it, yes,
All right, great.
it's part of all of it.
So how about work-life balance if you're living at your work? How's that going for you?
Way off balance. It's a commitment. For that 15 to 20 years, if I didn't miss a Christmas, I showed up late. I missed a lot, but I always said, I'm gonna work hard now, I'm gonna build this business and I'm gonna retire at 50. I'm gonna semi-retire at 50 because I wanted still always to have a foot in the door. So I said, well, Jeff and I were, because he was helping me so much, so we were able to kind of do a lot together. When he passed, of course, it just completely, this last 10 years, I've been working hard again, especially since COVID. Especially since COVID, to get this all back and running again and do the addition. But I plan on taking it easier starting next year. I will always have a foot in the door until I can't walk anymore. I don't know, but I will always have the foot in the door with this. I just can't let it go. Sorry. Yeah, even though I like I said, I'm very blessed with the management, the managers I have. It's unbelievable what they take care of. What they do. So I should be able to get a little more time to see my family. None of my family lives here, hasn't for many years, so my family's all out of state. So I'd like to have some time to go visit them.
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
And you've
Yeah.
worked so hard for it. You built this great business and
Yeah,
employed so many people, right? Took care of so many animals,
right.
changed so many lives, right?
I hope so.
And you did it by like being a great manager and really helping people. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have you given up any equity in your business?
No. No, I don't think so.
You're the full owner?
Oh, well, yes, only to my former business partner when that didn't work out. I ended up buying him out and reacquiring 100% of my equity. That's, yeah, otherwise full business.
Yeah, that's interesting when that happens. When you have two people involved and
Yes, how people can change sometimes.
It's true.
Yes,
Hard
once,
to
once
win
money's
family
involved.
and friends.
Well, depending, it's just once money's involved, the two-person comes up. For better or worse, I don't think it's always a problem, but sometimes it's surprising. a little bit
Yes.
once you find out.
And sometimes people pass away and you have to kind of deal with, if you have to take a loss because the loan is forgiven or what happens.
Right, right.
So when you launched the business, you just self-funded it? You just grew it out of your house? You didn't have to take out any friends and family?
No. I've never asked friends or family for money ever. In anything.
Pretty amazing.
So,
They say that's why women don't grow businesses because they don't ask. And you've grown this incredible 2 businesses and you're combining it. They're looking to retire and pass it on.
yeah,
Congrats. It's really great.
thank you. Thank you.
All right, well, so what's the new name of the business going to be now that you'll have one building?
Well, I'm keeping it as the North Shore Pet Connection and the North Shore Doggy Daycare. But it is going to be campus, North Shore, all stages of your pet's life needs campus. We just launched, it should be launched today, our new website, which they merged both businesses into one. So when you bring it up, it brings up both and it tells you the differences between the two.
Wow.
Same address, but it tells you the difference between the two, which place is best for your dog and explains. We are keeping it, well, your dog should probably go to the North Shore Doggy Daycare would be happier, or it would be best for your pet to go to the North Shore Pet Connection. My accountants have always told me it's best to keep them two separate businesses.
Oh, interesting.
Just keep it that way.
Mhm.
So I do run them as 2 separate businesses, but, to others, we've got, it just flows into one.
Does the Pet Connection, help with other animals besides dogs?
So Pet Connection, I should have mentioned that part of the special needs of Pet Connection it's dogs, cats, birds, bunnies, guinea pigs, reptiles. We care for all of them. Yeah, and that's what we're so excited about because in the new building, we've got a small animal for those guys. So we're really excited. It's gonna be a really cute room for them.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there anything you feel you've done really, that you did right, or something that you did really wrong that you wouldn't want to redo again? Or that you definitely, if we had that with our business here, I didn't plan to roll out private offices. We have 13 private offices. And I was pushed into it. And then when COVID hit, it saved me because I had doors. I had 13 offices with doors and it kept us going. So is there something where you're like, why you kind of did it and then it was really helpful, or it really wasn't? It's okay if you don't.
Like I said, I've made my mistakes where I chose to do something that maybe wasn't the right thing. And, it might have financially cost me a little bit. I feel like the base of everything though has been right. So I feel like anything that I've been through as a business, probably something everyone else has been through. Because when I do talk to small business owners, we start kind of connecting and talking, well, yep, this happened to me, with that. And, I said, a little while ago too, make sure that you find the people that are experts and have them help you with things. Don't try to do it yourself. Well, I did have an expert from day one of opening up the Pet Connection. I had an accountant. And in 2016, it had been 10 years that they they wanted you to put sales tax on pet care 10 years before, up to 10 years before that, no, you didn't have to. There wasn't. And he never filled in that blank for 10 years. So I had a $420,000
Yeah.
fee
Wow.
to the state.
So, but they didn't
And he said,
require it back
oops,
then?
he said, oops, sorry. And I said, "But you're the one that manages my account, you know, he goes, no, I don't manage your account. Oh,
So they required it back then, but he just didn't know, or, I mean, how can they charge you?
he should have known.
Yeah, okay,
then
I
you
thought
had
it
to pay
changed.
that?
Be something he missed.
Oh, my goodness.
Well,
gracious.
I got a good lawyer and I ended up having to pay half. That was in 2016.
Wow.
But that was a huge blow. to
Wow, yeah, that's still a
Wow,
I
lot of
just kept
money.
kind of feeling like I could get knocked in a hole and work my way out again, but you work hard, you can do it.
But you persevere, right? You feel
Yes.
like, how can I ever, get out of this hole? And then you do it, right? And then
yeah.
you like build more confidence and ability and what you can handle.
Yeah, I mean, I'm human. I felt like, wow, I'm gonna lose my business. Yeah, but I just did everything I could to. I got a good attorney and got it knocked down in half. Got rid of that accountant.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we should have a talk
You should
on
have
the
paid the
story
other
of
half.
accountants.
So, you know, so you can, and one of my problems, I guess, is I get very busy and I should really concentrate more on some things. And then I go, oh my God, I never read that, or I didn't look at that closely or watch that closely. And that's in the business part. My expertise is the animals.
Oh, right,
that-
you think you
that
hire an
I don't-
expert, you
that
think
I
you
don't
don't have
mess
to.
up with.
Yeah,
But there's
right.
some of the
That's
other
what you're
stuff.
supposed to do. You're supposed to let
exactly.
go and
Yes,
someone else,
exactly.
let them run it and then trust them.
Absolutely.
Exactly,
So,
otherwise why hire? You have to
Right.
do it yourself.
right, but it can happen.
It can, and your business changes as you grow too. Like that accountant might have been good the first couple years, right?
Yeah,
Just didn't
Maybe you
keep up-
needed a
keep up
board
with
or someone
changes.
to
Yeah.
oversee it.
yeah, I kept telling you, no, it's, you don't, you have to pay sales tax or whatever, collect tax.
Wow.
Do you have like a
I'm a
teaching
customer.
moment or something that, like something on your journey that you're like, there's something I really learned, or? It's okay if you don't. There've been many.
Yeah,
You've
yeah.
told us so much.
So many, and it's, I learned from my mistakes, and I always even tell my staff that. They're like, oh my God, I made a mistake. I go, you know what, if you can tell me that you're gonna learn from this, it's okay, because you learn from it,
That's right.
it's okay.
And
You
you're
have to repeat it, right?
Right,
And you're such an understanding boss. Like then they'll tell you when they made a mistake.
Oh, yeah.
As opposed to hiding.
Right, right, that's good,
Right?
that's true, which is
And that's
very
what you
important, but then, yeah, that's very true. That could be much worse, especially doing.
Mhm.
Oh,
Right? Yeah.
so does anyone in the audience, do you guys have any questions? Dale?
No, I'm looking at two magnificent business people right now. You and Diane. And I acknowledge you both. I was proud to do the ribbon cutting for you. And we hope that everybody comes when we're ready in January or February. It's a magnificent place, Sheila. It's back of B&E. And the headquarters is gorgeous. She's done everything that you can imagine. It's good. It's a state-of-the-art facility. There's nothing like it anywhere that we've seen.
Great.
Thank
Well,
you for having us.
The ribbon cutting. That'll be an incredible day.
We're gonna make it and we want you all there.
All right, great. Good to know. Anyone else have any questions or anything you want to add?
I appreciate you sharing your story, very
Yeah,
interesting.
thank you.
And I appreciate that you do what you do.
Oh, thank you.
You do a lot in this community.
Thank you very much. I always get this from people who have been in the field or are in the field. They're like, you've done this for how long? People do not last. Yeah, they don't last that long. Because it's
Yeah, I was gonna say congratulations to you, Diane, Jim and Jody with Quality Rubber Stamp. You've been through a lot and you've pushed on and moved forward when a lot of people would have thrown in the towel and said, this is just too much. And you've shown that you have a lot of character and a lot of strength and courage, and that's admirable.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And I'd like to acknowledge her because she has, over the years, we've had 3 dogs. We're on our 3rd one right now, and she has taken care of all of our dogs when we've gone on vacation. And this last time, the second time we went up to Door County this year, our new puppy was only like 2 months old, and Diane graciously kept her in her house rather than mingling her with the other dogs, although she did let her play a little bit with some smaller puppies. So it at least gave us the opportunity to go away for a week, and know that she was in very good hands, as she has been for all of our 3 dogs.
We,
I mean, we
we-
met Diane so many years ago. I was referred to her by one of my clients because she had taken care of their dogs. And the first time I saw her facility at North Shore Pet Connection, I was so thoroughly impressed with the cleanliness and the beautiful backyard, and it just was amazing. And she doesn't have a facility where the dogs are locked up all day. You know, they get them out to play with sizes of dogs that they're compatible with and temperaments that they're compatible with. And it's been amazing for us to be able to go away on vacation when we need to, a couple times a year, and know that our dogs are well taken care of.
I think also, Sheila, and the rest that are there, to note, we had a dog prior to this that she took care of by the name of Ginger. She was a Lhasa Poo. And we were up in Door County. She was 17. I fed her a lot of vitamins. Her heart, everything was fine, but she had a stroke while she was there with Diane. She saw it immediately, rushed her over to the vet, and took care of her. We had to lose her and let her go before we got back, but we knew that she was in wonderful hands at the last moments. And that's the type of woman you're looking at. She's become a dear friend, and so much more.
Yeah, it's really an honor to have you here with us today.
Thank you. Thank you, Dale and Ellen.
You're welcome.
Well, we have a bottle of wine here, just to thank you for being our host. Hope you like it. It's red.
Could have used that before.
We could. But thank you. I remember when our business here, just having had more years of experience ahead of me, and just knowing there was like another woman just doing it, he really like inspired me to keep on going. And I always look forward to seeing him. So thank you.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sheila.
Thank you, Sheila. Wonderful.
Camouflage.
That's